How you guys doing? It's going to be the P.metallica enclosure tutorial. I was going to use a lot bigger one, a 40 gallon like this, but I decided to give her a 10. Or actually, this is a 14. I don't know, where did we get this at even?
Pickle.
Yeah, it's an odd size, but I liked it. It's cool. It's a little bit, you can't even tell the difference. 10 gallon basically comes up to here. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's a little wider, but yeah, I just got my backdrop and noticed. I was like, wait a minute, this don't fit. This is one of my older backdrops. Here's this is actually a newer lid I just made. I made this last night. This isn't installed all the way, so we can't be too rough with it. I haven't glued it in, totally. But this guy features tarantulacages.com vents. Use the hole saw and they plug right in. One drop of glue on 4 places, done. I can make that lid real quick. Yes, Mina, you will be getting one. I owe you a lid, I know. But this backdrop I don't like as much as my other ones, but this is a 1 inch. This is made with 1 inch foam, so it doesn't have as much contour, you know, whatever you want to call it, features. But 2 inch foam, it's got deeper concaves and stuff. But substrate will come up to here. The hide is going to be, so I'd probably just go one hide for now. This is how I make the hides. Basically, I just go out and find bark off trees, whatever, stuff like that. It's easy to do. Here's what I do with all my bark. I got a lot of questions about this. I rinse it off with hottest water, as hot as you can get it. And then I basically just bake it at 350 for 10 minutes, and at the last 10 minutes I'll put it up to 375 for 5, and then it's done. But you gotta watch it, make sure it don't start on fire. Did that and burned our kitchen up almost, right?
Yeah, that was nice.
That was awesome. You know that was your fault for not watching it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. But here's how you do the hide, basically. Most people, a lot of people think the hide is this circle. No, you don't want that. Now with a poke. Can they see in there?
Yes.
You know, what you want to do, you know, is you put it in here. You got to manipulate it. You want it to concave at the bottom, to kind of be like a volcano. Talking Little Four kind of mentioned that, and I've used it ever since, and it worked good. So that's what I do. And then it breaks. That's alright. Not a big deal. All you got to do, if something like that happens, not a big deal. I got multiple pieces. There, actually that's better. See how it's big and smaller when they. I believe it. I don't know why. I don't know if it has anything to do with it. It's just luck. But every one of my hides is like that, and I get sacks out of it. The ones that aren't like that, I haven't. So I don't know. That's weird. So that's just the way it is. But it's basically you just build your hide. You know, it's going to be flimsy as you're doing it. But all you're going to do, see the contact point. Take your glue gun. Literally, I'll show you. Don't worry about how it looks. There's another step. Basically, it's glued in just so it holds. It doesn't need to be super strong. You don't want it collapsing, of course. Down here, there's a contact point. Can you see that? There's a little branch on there. I'm gonna leave that. It's cool. This will be the back of the hide, so this will actually substrate is going to be up to here. This is actually going in the ground, and you'll sometimes get glue in there. It comes right off. Let it dry. Don't try to get it out now. It just peels it right off. Then what I'll do is blow on it, get it a little cooled off. You go right back where you were with all your glue, like this. Take moss. Okay, that'll do that. Then what I do, how I know where to put the moss is it's going to sit like this. Sunlight. Let me show you guys. I never showed you this one actually. It didn't work. Some of them it works. Where if you're in a dark room, you hit the flashlight to show you where the light would hit, and that's where you put the moss, because that's where moss grows. But I'm not going to get all crazy like that. What I'll do is just make a pattern where I want the moss to be, and just very gently, of course, because this thing's not dry all. I had to do this a little quicker on the tutorial, so you guys can actually let it dry and then do this step, so it doesn't break apart. This glue gun is awesome, but it's really starting to make me mad. This is where you'll probably get burned a few times. I can't even tell you how many times I've been burned doing this. So you take a big chunk is what I do. Tore off a little bit. And I use general hot glue. I don't use anything special. It works great on humidity. I don't know if some people say, oh, it falls off. No, it never has with me. This cage is very old, and those sticks are still anchored perfectly, and that's kept at 90% humidity. You don't want it all thick, because moss doesn't grow like that. It doesn't look natural. Remember it's going to go in substrate. That really burned. That's alright. I'm used to it. Every time. You ever heard me cussing down here? Yeah. That's why. Or, you know, something fell. Or she usually just leaves the room. I don't get real mad too often, but...
Or you got bit. Or...
Oh, I get bit. All you hear is, "Bit the Benadryl!"
Yep.
But,
Honey, where's the Benadryl? Uh-oh.
It's going to be like that.
There you go.
put a little on the side here. Going up the rim of it. I notice my Renata likes to hang dead victims from there, so give her that option. This is going to be a pretty big hide for her, but I'm sure she'll make it the way she wants it.
Put wet dirt in it and stuff to make it nice
Yeah.
and cozy.
Well, see, yeah, it's going to be filled with substrate halfway up. Not halfway, but up to here. The hide actually goes in and holds humidity a lot better. I put a humidity gauge on one that wasn't sunk in the substrate. It was 58%. I had one that was sunken. It was 88%. And then my big Renata made it which one. She took out dirt to lessen it. It's weird the way they do it. It's kind of behavior I study. I don't know if that's why it's what she's doing, but it seems logical to me. Now I'll go along and put, you make it how you want, but that's cool looking. It's going to be a nice looking hide. It's that simple. I mean, you go out and don't buy this stuff at the pet store. No offense to anybody who owns one, that sucks. It's natural. It has to be natural if it comes in the woods. I mean, it's what it is. And the next step, I'm probably going to put the cage decor in. I haven't figured that out quite yet. Got a lot of options because I want this. It's going to be a pretty neat looking cage. Nah, enclosure, not cage, but yeah, these vents. One of these is almost equivalent to one of these. I got two on these. These are the ones I handmade. These are I put 3 in a 10-gallon, 2 in a 5-gallon, maybe 3 in a 5-gallon. Anything larger, I'll probably put 5 or 6 in one of these. And then eventually she's going to get a 90 gallon. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I think that might be a key to P.metallica breeding. I don't know if he's ever give him enough space. I mean, you could she could lure him away from her hide. That's pretty much why I'm guessing that's the problem. I've noticed that a lot of pulses they come out of the cage. I'm sure everybody's bred them, noticed that. But if you have a big enough enclosure, male could lure the female away from the hide and then do it there on neutral ground. I don't know, but if the female considers the whole enclosure hers, then I guess they'll go outside. I don't care. I've had these fasciata. Yeah, my males here, I just push them over here, and then they come out here and they mate. And I have a tub here full of blankets, and they usually fall in it. It's nuts. I caught her in my hand once, surprisingly a bit. But yeah, next step will be the cage decor, and I'm going to put the substrate in. I don't need to show anybody that really. It's just putting it in. I mean, it's no big deal. I usually anchor it, depending on what I'm using. But some pieces aren't anchored to the bottom; they're anchored to the corners. So we'll see how it goes, and next video will be coming up, guys. All right. How you guys doing? Next part's the decoration. It's part 2. I actually put this in there already because for the tutorial I didn't want it to dry and take too long. Just put it in there. Got a contact point here, down here, and right here. And it ain't going nowhere. Next part will be this. So I like branches that hang over the hide. I love them. It's how my Renatas is. That's personal preference. Now everybody thinks everything it has to be flush because that's where I cut it. Nah, that's going to be hidden anyway. So when you do these though, don't glue one piece at a time. What you got to do is you take your hide, take the hide, and actually see it's going to go around the hide. See, that's what the object is. Getting them in there that way isn't always that easy. I want her to be viewed as that, somewhere like that. Yep, you got a position. There it is, right there. This will be covered with substrate up to here, so that's not a big deal. You can bring that down like that. Yeah, there we go. That should work. Now what I want to do is glue this. You're going to get glue all over the side of the glass. Clean it up later.
Sorry.
No, sorry. I'm about to throw this glue gun away. It's a $75 glue gun, and it's... push on that. There. Sometimes the glue gun, you gotta load them. It's weird.
It doesn't start all the way.
You can put moss on any of the contact points too. I'm gonna go all the way down the side. There we go. I'm pushing. Time for a new one. I use it every day though, so I can't really. It's done its duty for me. There we go. Now what you want to do is, see the hide right here? See, glue is there. If there's a big gap, you can fill it with this glue. It's thick and it dries so quick it becomes like a paste. So you can fill pretty big gaps. And that's going to get moss on top of it, so you won't see it. You want to make sure it's pretty sturdy, especially a P.metallica in there. I have an alarm system on this tank. I'm kidding. Now, what you're going to do after that, after everything glued, actually I'm using that piece, take a stick of some type, just to put a little pressure right there. That's of course not going in there. I wouldn't be able to check. That's just to hold in place, let it dry for like 5 minutes, and then it'll be solid. All that becomes one. And now I'll do behind here, so there's some contact points here. So basically this is all one. It's solid. I mean, I've had tanks fall off shelves, which is not a very good practice. Should I have said that on film? Probably not. But I had a tank actually fall off the shelf, and the reason it lived is because everything was glued in and just solid, and it bounced around. Actually, we had a pink toe. Remember that? When I started screaming, yelling at you. No, come! Yeah, this tank, I was cutting, and the table vibrated, and the whole tank just went boom, shattered the whole thing. I thought, oh, he's gone. Nope, he came out of the substrate. Lucky, I'm very lucky actually. But another thing is you can take pieces of other, like see how this you can blend pieces in. See this piece? I don't know, it's got a good looking, I don't know, something I like. Something's missing in here. There's going to be a pop-up plant back there and probably one that wraps around here, but there's something missing here. I just don't care for it. Substrate does go up to the back, to the edge of the backdrop. See how that's shifted? It's still, no, it's fine. It's still drying. So I'm going to add that right here, like that. Yeah, there it is, right there, like that. So let's let it sit where you want it to be. Alright, get in here. Can they see?
A little bit, yeah.
What you gonna do? Come around me. I'm fine. I'd rather them see than me, because I know I can always go back. And you're just gonna pump glue into that spot. It's gonna have to move a little bit. Sometimes it's best. I'll put a little bit right here. Just a little. That's gonna get covered with moss. All this is. All these. And make sure you go through your. You see all these glue strands? You don't want them on your cheese legs. And then, oh yeah, there's a good one in there. Yep, it's starting to solid. It's solid already. There you go. Don't let it drip. It's fine. And when you, after that, you'll go back with your moss over any of the glue spots that are visible and put moss on them. And then I'm gonna put moss on the stick. And then the coolest part, I'm putting the water bowl up here. See, it's still, see, it's wobbly. This is moving. That's not. That's cool. But I'll go back and probably put more. I'm going to glue that up there. That's where the water bowl's going to go. So she can climb up there and get it. You know, they like it hiding here. My Renata does, so I figure she will. She'll go up there. She'll hang up in the backdrop and go get a drink, whatever. But yeah, I'll glue that in. That's awesome. It looks plain now, but it's going to look a lot better with moss on it. Next video I'll show you. I'll put the substrate in, and then probably the plants. I'll show you about the fertilizer sticks of the plants. I got a lot of questions on that too. And yeah, I'll have to go over the plant care even. Alright guys. How you guys doing? Part 3, we added the substrate and we're going to add the plants in. And the next video will be putting her in. I can't wait for that. As you can see, the moss made a huge difference. And the holes are where the plants are going to go, evidently. Yeah, and down in the hide. We don't have a flashlight, do we?
Mm-mm.
We lost them.
Yeah.
They're gone.
2 of them, I can't find either one.
Can you see
There
them?
you go. Yeah.
There you go. It goes way down in the substrate. So that's a few inches in there. 5 or 6. But the plants I take them out of the pots. These are different. I had to splice them. I didn't want a big, huge, as you can see they're big. You just grab them, you know, make them how you want. But if you're putting a whole plant in, you take this. This is a fertilizer stick, which was one whole stick for a big plant, but since I only got a little bit, I had to cut it in half. What I'll do is put this in the root ball. Just shove it in anywhere in there. Like this. That wasn't it. It sounded like
dirt.
It was just dirt. Put the plant in the hole and cover it up. Another thing I did before you guys saw, or before we started the tutorial, is I sprayed the inside of the hole water. Now pothos do not take a lot of sunlight. They don't need it. They will survive with it. Or water, actually. They don't need to use water as much as you guys probably think. Not a lot at all, actually. I had pothos grow in a completely dark tea room. So, what you want to do is you want to put it the way you want it to be, which I'm not liking the way this goes. Take it back out. There we go. There we go. gotta manipulate plants sometimes where you want them. Kind of want them up on this log, like right here. You can train these to go wherever you want, pretty much. But these aren't bad. This is a bad placement. Just want to give it somewhere where she can hide. Boy, it's got some snap to it. I got these down here. Okay. That I'll probably trim off. I don't like the leaf right there, but it's kind of like it. Next one. Same thing, you know. All I have is basically roots on this one, so I'll drop it in the bottom. Just drop it in the bottom of the hole. This one is actually the most important one. I want it to go over the hide a little bit. Give her some privacy, just like that. See how it goes over a little bit? And she can actually have some privacy. There we go. Just like that. A little dirt. And you can smooth your landscape out afterwards, but that's not a big deal. I'll put this right here. That'll look good like that. Has a little color to it.
There we go.
It's actually driving me nuts so bad I have to cut it now. I do that frequently in my cages. I don't like it. There we go. It's not so overbearing. You don't want the plants to be too overbearing. That looks good like that. She's probably going to go back there and hide. I'm not going to say she's not. We'll fill the water bowl up. I like that up here. That's not a bad looking enclosure though. Not too bad. It's not the fanciest thing I've ever done, but once she gets into a really big one, it's going to be craziness. I'm going to have 2 hides with chamber. She can go back and forth. But for now, I want to get her in here. You know, she's been in this cut a little too long. But yeah, I guess I can grab her now. Why not?
Your video's not too long. We're good.
Here she is. God, she's gorgeous. Look at this. Come on, sweetheart. You're alright. You're good. Here you go. Here's a shot. Want to see a shot of her, guys? Look at her. God, she's gorgeous. This is a big cage for her, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad we
She'll
did.
enjoy herself.
Hey, baby, you're back in the wild. How you like that? I'll be really gentle with her. She can all of a sudden just bolt. Just like that. Look at that. Right in. Not much of a show. Sorry,
no.
guys.
Yeah, right to the bottom.
Right to the bottom. That's where she was.
You can see her a little bit.
Here, let me see.
Yeah, put the light down here. There, we kind of see her in there.
I can bring her out a little bit just so you can see her. Where's the straw at?
We just had it. I'm not sure.
Wow, that was quick.
Oh, it's inside the catch cup.
I just want to see her a little, make sure she's good. But there she is. Come here, baby. You're okay. You're okay, honey. Just gotta be gentle. That's all. Don't be forceful. If she doesn't want to, I won't. But there we go. There she is. There she is, guys. She looks all floppy. Oh, that's where she wants to be. There she goes. Oh,
Right
she's so
down to your
cute. She is almost. She's right in that hide. That was.
She was like, oh, I'm good.
Yep, she's
Enjoy
good.
your new
She
home,
knows
babe.
it. Yeah, she knows exactly where she's gonna go. I wish we had a flashlight, but you know, I always. You know what's funny, guys? Everybody gets this on film. I don't know where the flashlight could be.
Oh, jeez. I've asked him 5 times. You know where the flashlights are?
There she is.
Yes.
See how far down that goes? Yeah, she's gonna love that. She'll web that up or do whatever she wants. She'll come out. She's just like, you know,
Well, she's...
a little freaked out.
Yeah, let her move in.
But look at that dirt.
Yeah. Well, it'll come off. We'll clean it
We'll
off.
put this in, and she's in there. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that a little bit. These actually lock it.
Yeah, just get the... We'll wipe it
It's a
off
little
in a minute.
dusty. But that's basically it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. We'll do many updates on her and feeding videos and breeding and hopefully a sack. And if it's bad, you're going to see a really mad Rob C. Which you probably will. No, I'm not jinxing it. It's going to be good.
Yes, it is.
All right, guys.